Great news, you just received restricted stock unit grant. Bad news, there's all this weird terminology and you have no idea what they're talking about, but you know you need to find out more so you can make the best decisions about your money. My name is Lauren Zangardi-Haynes. I own Spark Financial Advisors. A lot of our clients receive restricted stock units, so this is just a primer on some of the words that you're going to come across so that you can feel more confident thinking and planning for your restricted stock units. So first, restricted stock unit is just functionally, it's the company is saying that on a specific day, you are going to receive a specific amount of shares. When you get the grant, there is going to be a grant letter and it will tell you in your grant how many shares of stock are you going to receive and on what day. So at that grant date, there is no income triggered. So there's no taxes triggered just because you received a grant, because you don't control those restricted stock units. Your company is saying, if you still work here on X date, then you will control these stock units. They will turn into stock and you can make decisions about it. That is going to happen on a vesting schedule. The vesting schedule is just the idea of when do you take ownership of those promised shares of stock. So a lot of times it's going to be over a number of years, and they sometimes invest in groups, right, in percentages. So you might get a third of them will vest after 1 year, 2/3, the next third will vest after 2 years, etc., etc. Vest means simply that now you own those shares. So you can control if you want to sell them or hold them for the future. When they vest, so now when you own and control those shares, that's when it triggers taxes. And if you watch our other video, I'll go into more detail about how RSUs are taxed. It's fairly straightforward, but you need to know because there's a lot of confusion because some people, I won't get into it. Watch the other video. So they're taxed when they vest. And then the next decision is going to be on the withholding rate. So withholding rate is just what rate are you going to pay taxes on the vesting. There's a default rate, but that might not be the right rate for you. Watch our second video about figuring out what is the right withholding rate for you so that you can make a best decision and don't wake up with a tax nightmare in April the next year. So you've gotten the grant, you've gotten through the vesting schedule, they've vested, now you own these stocks, you've paid taxes. They are going to deliver those stocks to you either in kind or cash. In kind just means that if you received restricted stock units from ABC company, that at the vest date, they'll withhold taxes, they'll sell some shares to pay taxes, but all the remaining shares are going to go into an investment or brokerage account for you, and now you are in control of it and you get to make the decisions about that stock holding. And what a lot of folks don't realize is that they actually just were defaulted into a decision to take what's functionally a bonus and invest it back in their company stock, which may or may not be the right decision for you. Some companies will let you choose to do a cash delivery, which means they sell all the shares, withhold taxes, and you get cash, and you can do whatever you want with it. So watch our fourth video around how to make that decision tree and how to think about what to do with your restricted stock units in your portfolio and make the best decision for you. Thanks so much for watching.